And we're live. Here we are again, another Friday night in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And this one's a little extra special. It's Friday the 13th, March the 13th here. Sneaking up on spring real close. And we're also sneaking up on 8 o'clock. And our host, VA3LBI, Larry, also from here in Hamilton, Ontario, will lead us off with the ZOE Friday Night Ragchew. So, with that, we'll take a quick standby and wait for Larry to pick up the net.
Good evening, all. Welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India, and my first name is Larry, and I'm located in East Hamilton. It's an open net. To join the conversation, please give us your call sign, your name, and it tells you about yourself, your equipment, and would like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the uses that a repeater. Please remember to have a repeater. You got good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. And last but not least, please let the repeater drop so others can get in. Can we drop for a minute? Not sure how the repeater is going to act tonight with this wind. We have a wind warning of 100K possibility in gusts, so everybody batten down the hatches. Mac, thanks for putting this on YouTube live. If anybody wants to watch it on the YouTube, if for some reason we can't hear us through the repeater, look up the call sign Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Look for the live button, and please like and subscribe. And as Mac mentioned, it is Friday the 13th. I don't think too many drivers actually took their bikes to Port Dover today, but there was a couple they showed on the news. So, all right, with that, can I get check-ins? Friday night, ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VE3 LBI.
VA3IMW. Sounds like Chuck bought an icon.
I couldn't hear him. VA3CP. V3IUK. VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. Come on back in, Chuck.
I had the mic gain down pretty low. VA3CJZ.
Much better. Much better. Okay, I didn't almost missed who it was. So, all right, any other check-ins? I got IMW, CJZ, CP, IUK. Anybody else, please? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA is for NFL.
Almost dinner time, Al?
I got a fast for myself tonight. Otherwise, I already got it in Nuker, but she's babysitting down St. Gallen's for my other granddaughter.
Gotcha. Okay, no problem. All right, well, you'll be around for a bit then. All right, I'm not sure what you're making up for yourself, but I'm sure you'll figure out something. All right, any other check-ins? Friday night, ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VE3LBI. Okay, that's it for the present time. I know, like I said, just a wind warning tonight. We got up to 100, possibly up to 100K wind, so batten down the hatches. That's what I was doing. Actually, outside moving the barbecue a little closer to the house, so the wind can't get behind it. Anyways, Mac, how'd you make out today? That snow, boy, it sure came down and made a mess. We'll check in to see how Mac made out up in Guelph there. VA3IMW, VE3LBI.
Well, obviously, the trip north was nice and easy this morning. It seems like a lot of people decided to work from home, so traffic was a lot less than usual for any given commute. Popped out for lunch. I did have to turn the magic switch on the dashboard. just to make things comfy. But yeah, you saw the picture out my front window as I was approaching quitting time, so there was still a lot of stuff on the ground, and we still had some flurry action up there. Obviously, as we got further down towards the 401, the temperature crept up to the 0 point, and then well, the roads were the well-traveled roads were clear anyways. So all in all, I would say not a bad commute, even though Mother Nature tried to throw some stuff at us. I'm sure for the large part, everything on the streets and sidewalks is melted, and I'm not sure. We're supposed to see a little bit of a sink in temperatures over Saturday, but hopefully recovering as we enter the work week again next week.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to start warming up again. I think it's cooler overnight. I've got the forecast here. I just kind of popped it up just for fun to see what it's going to be like. Let me see what a 7-day looks like. Yeah, it's going to be cool again, but then I think Sunday we're supposed to get up to, we're talking about 46 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's not bad. It was quite a surprise. I mean, I thought we expected to get some overnight, nothing there, and then this morning it started. And those flakes that came down, man, they piled up really quick.
Yeah, it's that temperature where the snowflakes are big and huge and heavy, and whenever you're in that couple of degrees from the freezing point, they're big fluffy flakes. Well, not fluffy, but heavy, gooey ones. Anyways, switching gears a little bit, band conditions may be a little bit wonky. I checked the excuse page, and I noted the KP index is up at a 6. So that kind of explains why 40 and 20 meters are noisy. Actually, even 17 meters, I found a lot of fuzz going on there, but was able to break through and make some contacts. So a few new parks in the log, both on phone and CW. And other than that, sunspots 116, solar flux index 120. That's not too bad, but yeah, the KP index a little bit on the noisy side. Other than that, I'm sure Chuck's going to be making note of some contests coming up. I think there's a wild contest going on. There was one young lady out of Indiana that was working it from a Parks on the Air park. So everybody wants to talk to the young ladies. She was busy. Other than that, I think that's about it for me for the time being, and I'll hand it back to you before I time something out.
Yep, not a problem. Yes, I don't know, Bill will probably answer some of that too. Yeah, the bands were really strange today. I can usually get into Utah and Texas, no problem, and it was definitely a stretch to make a couple of contacts through the day. I didn't spend all day on the radio, but when I did, I noticed there was some parts that I could work, so I tried to get in, and it was far between, and the QSB was terrible with it.
Yes, sir. Yep, I noticed that as well. 1 minute you're listening to somebody who's a 5 and 6 or 5 and 7, and they drop down to almost nothing, and then pop back up again. The nice thing is that they do recover. Just a quick note: we've got a check-in from Noel, VE3KDT. So waving a hand to everybody who's also occupying space on the YouTube chat box. Just be kind to one another. All right, Larry, go ahead and work with the other guys, and we'll see what topics arise.
Yep, okay, thanks, Mac. All right, by the way, I was talking to Albert there, Al. He is home. He got home around 4 o'clock, so He said the 400 was a mess. He may join us. I don't know what his plans are for tonight. Okay, Chuck, VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. Do you have anything from the contest yet, or do you want to take a few minutes to have a peek?
VA3CJZ. Good evening, Larry, and all on net. First, let me start off by saying I had to start my day by going to the General Hospital on Barton Street here for a nerve test. My back doctor set that up for me, and of course I had that MRI a couple of weeks ago, and I went in for my test. Had to be there for 10 o'clock, and boy, what a busy hospital. I've never seen so many people back and forth in that building. Anyways, so 10 o'clock, and as you know, we had snow come down. Everything was fine when I walked in, and when I walked out, it was close to 11 o'clock, and there was already a couple of inches of snow on the ground, full-blown snowstorm. Traffic was just moving slowly, and so I went and got that done there, and made it home, and let's see now, let me drop. Yeah, so I'm still fighting with my computer. I finally got it to cast to my television down here, but my AC log, it will not populate the DX spotting map. It just won't populate it. And I've tried the firewall. I've tried making exceptions, rules. I've tried all kinds of things. Virus protection, turn it off, and still, I just can't get it. So I've been quite preoccupied with that. Plus, I ended up buying another laptop there today. And so, no, I haven't had a chance to look at the contest. There are quite a bit, I remember, from Wednesday when I did the ARegNet. And so there's a few QSO parties, I think Oklahoma, and one more. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you were down to the General for this test, were you?
Yeah. And the last time I was in the General was in 2006. And man, oh man, was it busy.
It is a very big hospital, a very busy hospital, yes. That's where I had my back surgery was done, was in the General. The lady that did it, she's no longer there. There was quite a controversy over, her and her husband were neurosurgeons, and they were kind of higher up in the board of directors and everything. Anyways, there was a dispute, and they were let go, but actually, last I heard, they were actually suing the General. I don't know how that ever made out, but she no longer works there, but she was an excellent surgeon.
Oh, yeah, that's sad when, things develop like that. So, this was for my legs, Larry, because I have neuropathy in my feet. And so they hooked me up with these electrodes and probed me and shocked me, and it all registered on a computer. And so the guy who was looking at the results, or did the test, I should say, told me that it's not from spinal damage. He doesn't think it's from diabetes. So, anyways. Oh, speaking of which, the guy was like, he was a doctor, and I swear to God, he didn't look a day over 19.
Yeah, maybe he was born a doctor. No, I know some of them are pretty young in there now. And the thing about it is, they're very, very knowledgeable nowadays. I think they have more technology and more people to talk to and stuff. Very knowledgeable.
Oh, yeah, he was pretty knowledgeable. better a general physical that my family doctor hasn't even given me in the last 20 years. I mean, he used a little hammer on my elbow and knees and made me look at his pen back and forth and all kinds of things. But he got a little snarky with me, and I came back to him and said, listen, you were probably a little boy when I had this done or something. I forget how it went, but I asked him, how old are you? He goes, I'm going to be 33. I said, well, take away 25 years. What does that give you? 8. So you were a little boy back. So he didn't get snarky with me after that.
Oh, that's good, Chuck. Okay. All right, well, if you do and you got a couple minutes, you want to look up the contest, it's up to you. Maybe you can give us a rundown after. So, maybe on the next round, it's up to you. Anything else before I pass it down?
No, sir. Go ahead. Pass it along. VA3CJZ.
Okay, very good. I'm glad you found out some results anyways. Okay, Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. How was your adventure today, Dave?
Yeah, VA3LBI, VA3CP. Good evening, everybody. It was fine. Once I got, the link was lousy. I got off the link. I didn't use it to go down the Red Hill. I just went down the Kenilworth cut straight down to Burlington Street, Nikola Tesla Boulevard, and got onto the QE. The QE was pretty clean. About the same amount of snow in Grimsby as we have in Hamilton, but boy, by the time 4 o'clock came, and it was all pretty much all gone. The farther west I came, the worse it got. So that's my driving experience, and I can tell you a little bit about my QRP activity yesterday. Over.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave. No problem. Sounds good.
All right. Well, I had to take Lee downtown yesterday. She had an appointment, so I threw in a little the QCX Mini and a 20-meter ham stick. Well, to use while she was at her appointment. So I just threw it up on the roof and I started looking at the spots on 20 meters, and I managed to work Missouri and Nebraska from the car with 5 watts. So I was pretty pleased with that.
Well, I bet you wouldn't do it today. The bands were terrible today. I'm sure that Bill will attest to that too. So that's pretty good. And whereabouts were you downtown, roughly?
Around Herkimer and Bay area.
Yep. Okay. Right in the center of town, pretty much.
Yeah, tucked up against the escarpment, but the escarpment wasn't too far away, so to say. But anyway, I got around it, over it, whatever it may be.
Well, sounds good. All right, no problem. Anything else, Dave?
No, not right now. All's good. I'm in the process of making a tapped 49-to-1 auto transformer. I've got the toroid wound and the wires. I got the BNC in the box. Just about to put the 2 screws in there for the antenna on the ground and hook everything up. I'm pretty much ready to go. There's not much soldering, just a couple 3 spots, and it'll be done. And I'll test it out and see how it looks on the analyzer.
Oh, did you say you didn't say auto tuner? Did you? You're like a tuner, 49-to-1 tuner, right?
49-to-1 auto transformer. I don't know if I said I should have said auto transformer. Yeah, it's the one like that was shown in that video that you sent the link to me for, or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay, the one that shows the winding all on one side with the tap off of the where he makes that little what do I call it? A U shape or whatever in it. That's the one.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep, I had ordered my wire. It was supposed to be here today, but obviously it didn't show up. It's supposed to be here sometime tomorrow, so I'm going to try twisting one myself and see how I make out with it, see what the results are. I'm just more curiosity about it. So it looks like quite an interesting, different way to wind the tuner, that's for sure. Yeah, well, one is an unknown, and the other one's an auto transformer. So two different animals. Well, like I said, I'm going to give it a shot anyways and wind it up and see what it's like. So, all right, how was your meeting, Bill? How did that go? Well, it was fine. Full attendance. Everybody was there that was supposed to be. It's only a small group. But we had 5 people come in, so that was all right. You know, and Jim came in from Port Colborne, so no problem there. The only guy that didn't make it was Dylan from Georgetown. He decided not to give it a try. Yeah, probably a good idea with the way the weather conditions the way they were. So, okay, anything else before I pass it down? No, carry on, VA3CP. Okay, before I pick up Bill next, any other check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI.
Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango.
VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf.
Next, we got Bill, VE3IUK, VE3LBI. Come on in, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, Larry. Good evening to everyone online. I couldn't really comment on band conditions. I was out till about 4:30 today. And when I get home and turn on the radio, I've had that horrendous noise all again. I've had it ever since, so I haven't even had the radio on, but sounds like I didn't miss much of anything, so not too concerned right now. I can say, though, I'm up to 2,343 parks confirmed with, I think, some more stragglers that haven't confirmed yet, so I'd say I'm around the 2,350 mark. So we're moving along, but interesting yesterday, it was kind of a funny experience. I had worked 8 Papa 6 Papa Echo on 10 meters. Good signal report both ways. And then I went over to 17 to see what was going on around there. I didn't even check the spotting page. It just started tooting around. And then I had it sitting on I can't remember what it was, 18.158 or something like that. And lo and behold, who shows up? 8 Papa 6 Papa Echo. So that was kind of funny. So I got him on 2 bands with 2 favorable signal reports. But anyways, I don't think conditions have been all that great in the last couple of days. A lot of QFB. I was commenting on that to Mac, where you would hear an HF station, might be a good 5-9 signal. Next minute, you can hardly hear them at all. So band is sort of been like that for the last couple of days. Other than that, not too much else going on here. Just happy to be in where it's not out of the elements. I was looking at the windy map. I don't know if we're going to get anything up to 100 clicks, but certainly 60 to 70 clicks. Right now, the high winds obviously centered over all the Great Lakes. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I do notice that when you look at the windy map, the strong winds right now obviously centered over all the lakes where the wind resistance is low. So I'll have to wait and see what happens, Larry. Other than that, nothing else. Just be listening along. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, very good, Bill. Yeah, all right. Well, that's kind of a good thing then. We don't quite hit that 100 mark. 100 mark is going to be 60 miles an hour. We did hit that, a while ago. Now, that's when it kind of took my shed and decided it was going to move it to a new location. The wife decided she was going to hold it down until I got home, and I said, no, just let it go. We'll be able to move it back once we get it there, but did some damage to it, but that's a few years ago now. So if it goes anywhere now, I'm moving because it's now into the ground with 1.5 inch gas line driven into the ground when it's clamped to it. So if it moves, I'm moving.
Yeah, I would say so. That make you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Absolutely. So, all right. Anything else, Bill, before I pass it down?
No, just to comment something I was thinking about today. This would be more for the new hams, obviously, which we do have some. I know that in previous years, when the weather's got nicer, we've done an N1CC event. So I would say if there are any newer hams who are out there doing POTA would want to get their N1CCs, I would certainly be willing to go out participate in that event. So I'm just throwing that out there, Larry. Back to you.
No, good point, Bill. Yep, I'm sure that something could happen out of that. See who's interested and probably get, quite a few of us already have it, but I don't mind going back out again and doing it. I'm sure other people wouldn't mind. It's also photo activation, so and you never know what parts you're going to pick up.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, it does help with some of the those tier awards. Because I'll tell you something interesting. This is what I mention you too. I got was it Foxton 100 Tier 4? I have to go back and check. But one of the Tier 4 awards anyway for 380 QSOs on Charlie Alpha 5082. And I got that because I had worked a park in Saskatchewan, and he was I was a twofer, and he was on the trail also, so that was kind of cool. So when you go and do those M1CCs, it does help pad those numbers. That's it for me. Back to you, Larry.
Nope, absolutely. It brings up the endorsements, that's for sure. Okay, Bill. All right, Al, VA3NFL, VA3LBI. Well, did you figure out what you're going to have for dinner yet, Al?
Oh, so my wife got me wings and a nigger and some coleslaw in the fridge. Other than that, I was playing some phone there today. I got Cal out there in England, that M0XXT, that DS Commander fella. Got him a couple more times today. Got Slovenia. Yeah, I was doing my thing. That 20-meter band was up there like a freaking yo-yo.
I know, that's what I was saying. It was really, I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Hang on one second. Oh, it's running up the medium power there. Yeah, it was crazy today. I hear a guy in there, especially in, like I said, Utah and Texas. I usually have no problem getting in there. California was a wipeout today. It wasn't even worth trying. But I'd hear the guy in Texas, and he'd be like a 5'9", and it was like a 5-0. Just disappeared. You'd almost have to wait for that peak to come up like a wave to give him a holler and see if you could hear him back to try to get a contact with him.
Yeah, that's more or less what it was. Yeah, I used Albert's beam I got off of him. Works like a damn charm. Even worse on 28 there, Albert. I've got a few contacts on that too.
Oh, okay. So, I didn't know you had a beam up. Okay, very good. How you like that?
Oh, love it. Yeah, it's I got 6, 10, 12, 15, 17, 20. Although today it works on freaking 10 meter too. So yeah, I got no complaints.
Well, I guess you have the acreage for it out there, that's for sure. I have no room to put anything like that here. I'd be hanging over somebody else's property, and I don't want to do that. And if I had to put it up, it'd be in the center of the backyard, and it'd still probably hang over everywhere because I don't have a big backyard.
Yeah, that's BMO test there today. He got me a roll of wire on Amazon. He never got back to me now I think about it, but I got to spring one back all the way back into that far field behind me. So, yeah, I own it, so why not?
Actually, there was a guy, we watched a video, or Google Meet, Wednesday night? No, Thursday night, hang on, Wednesday night it was, sorry, it was Wednesday night. And a guy was talking about different antennas that he had played with over the years, and he'd be quite surprised. One of the ones he was using, which he said worked rather well, he was using 100 feet of wire, just laying it on the ground and actually using that. Now, I don't think he was running high power through it. I think he was running QRP, I believe probably around 10 watts. And he might have been doing CW, I'm not sure. Dave might remember that portion of it. But anyway, he just laid this wire on the ground and was using that. The other one he did, he ended up with it was a metal flagpole. And he loaded up the metal flagpole. Again, I think they're probably doing about 10 watts or thereabouts, and they're probably doing CW. But it was quite interesting. He had some pictures of it on the Google Meet.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I ordered what was it, 64-1 Ballon there today. I have that Sunday, and that's what I want to play with. If he ever gets back to me, I'm gonna get another roll of this wire. It doesn't tangle, no matter what you do to it. See where I end up.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm waiting for my wire to come so I can make up one here. But, okay, Al, anything else before I pass it down?
Well, just gonna say 7-3 to everybody on net. Enjoy the evening, what's left of it. I'm gonna go in there to my nuker and have my dinner. Hey, Larry, pleasure talking to you.
Okay, all the best, Al. Hope the wind stays down on your way. Have a good evening, and we'll say 7-3 for now. Okay, up next we have Al, VA3BT, VE3LBI. Come on in, Al.
Hey, good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, it's been a busy week at work. Glad it's over. Thank God it's Friday. And I was also debating coming home today because the weather just got pretty bad there after lunch, and I decided, well, we're going to leave around 2 o'clock. So we left at 2. The 400 was a mess. It was actually, I think I drove by 4 accidents because we had some black ice. I couldn't believe it. There was even one of them cube trucks in the ditch there, and then the 3-4 cars just further down, but right along the 400. But we get on the 407 there, it was good from there on. So not bad, 2 hours. Can't complain. I'm home one piece. That's what matters. But other than that, yeah, just been busy at work, doing my thing. No radio time. So we'll hand it back over to you, VA3BT.
How's the cold? Is it leaving finally?
It's still there, lingering a bit. It's not as bad. I don't know if it's sinuses or I don't know. I know I do have allergies and stuff, but it's been acting up a little bit. So just keep taking Claritin.
Yeah, that'll clear it up too, especially when, well, we had that warm temperature to come in there. My allergies were really bad that day, so it was kind of like I said, well, we hit 70 degrees here. I know you didn't get that high up at Barrie, but it was 70 degrees. Toronto didn't even hit that high. I think we hit 21, which is about 70. What was, I can't remember what Toronto was. Were they down about 14 or something? They were quite a bit lower, and I think you guys, where I looked at you guys, you're about 46 degrees Fahrenheit on that day. So. And it definitely, my allergies do act up when that happens.
Oh, it's been extreme changes. You're going from like plus to like boom, back down to the minus, and then all this snow. It's like, and we got like 15 centimeters up there. When I left, there was quite a bit on the ground, and I texted one of the guys up there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, good 15 centimeters dropped."
Well, I was talking to Tom this morning, VE3THR up in Barrie there, and he said they were expecting 10 to 15 centimeters again. So it's been a real bad winter for Barrie this year. I mean, they never get this much, but they got hit really hard this year.
Yeah, that's my luck, right? I go to work in Barrie, and that's what happens.
Tell your boss you want to go to the next place you want to go to. You want to get a sunburn all year round.
Yeah, I'm working Florida.
There you go. Right on. So, okay, Alan, anything else?
No, we'll be sitting along here listening to the net here, VA3BT.
All right, very good. All right, hang on, Chris, 1 second. Anybody else checking in Friday night in ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3. I'll be right.
VE3, Sierra Mike, November.
Okay, I got Matt. Somebody else trying to get in there? Awful staticky. Try again, please.
VA3IMW.
Okay, got you, Steve. Are you at home? VA3IMW, VE3LBI. Are you at home, Steve?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to transfer to the other radio. I'm on a weak battery here.
Okay, no problem. I wanted to make sure that's all. All right. Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chris.
Hey, good evening, everybody. VA3WPG. Just going to be a quick one. Dropping on a check-in here. Going to be going to bed. Not too much longer. Energy running on low tonight, but just getting a check-in in there while we're awake.
Okay, no problem, Chris. Thanks for joining in tonight. Appreciate it. Just brings up the numbers too. So, anything else, Chris?
Not that I can think of for tonight.
Alrighty, sir. All right. Thanks for joining in then. Matt, you're up. VE3SMN, VE3LBI. Come on in, Matt.
Thanks, Larry. Good evening, everyone on net and on the stream. Not a heck of a lot to add to the net tonight, but I just wanted to say hello to everyone. And I was lucky today to sort of dodge the weather in a way. I was stuck inside working. It snowed, it melted, and by the time I left to go home, I didn't even have to clean the car off, and the roads were clear. So that went well for me. And other than that, nothing really exciting to talk about. So I'll pass it back to you, Larry. 3SMN, I'll be here listening.
Yep, okay, very good. Yeah, I didn't have to clean the car off either. It warmed up enough with a little bit of rain that it all just ran off the sides. As a matter of fact, if anything, I kind of gave it a wash. It needed it with all the dirt that was on it. So being a white vehicle, it picks it up pretty good. White and black vehicles, worst ones on the market for picking up dirt. Anyways, like I say, the snow kind of ran down the side and cleaned it all off for me.
Perfect. Yeah, I kind of washed the car before I left. I wanted to clean some of the mud off. So we had some fun the other day in the mud puddles and muddy roads. And it needed to be cleaned off. But by the time I got home, it wasn't black anymore.
Yep, okay, very good, Matt. All right, let's see if Steve's found another battery there. VA3NFG, VE3LBI. Steve, come on in.
VA3LBI, VA3NFG, good evening, Larry, and everybody on that. I just figured I got to come downstairs anyways to change out a battery. I may as well push a button and turn the other radio on. So here I am. And just have a general check-in there for you, Larry. I won't be up too late this evening. I'm going to work early in the morning, so it'll be an early night for me tonight. And that's about all I got to report there, Larry. Right now we're just chilling and probably watching some TV for another hour and go to bed. Back to you.
How's the family doing there, your sister and your mother? I know you were taking lasagna down, and I think a salad too for her, for your mother. How did she enjoy that?
Oh, she really enjoyed it. Must taste like eating a bag of bricks compared to hospital food, let me tell you. She reports it's very lousy. Pretty lousy food in there. So, yeah, she'll probably be wanting some more of that. I'm going to go see her tomorrow night and see what's going on with that. And that's about all. Got a couple appointments coming up this week, so we'll be interested to see what that's gonna pan out to. Yeah, so it's gonna be a tough road for her, but she is ready to do battle. So my sister is at home. Recovering, and she is she's doing some rehab at home, doing the exercises she's supposed to be doing, and she's got her appointments to attend to as well. So, lots of excitement this week, Larry. What's new with you?
Not the kind that you really wanted, but yeah, I mean, But at least things are improving. So I guess you have no idea when your mom's going to be able to go home yet?
No, she's hoping to find out Monday. You know, it's been like 2 months. So, what's going on? You know, if I don't hear anything, you know, anything new by the end of Monday or Tuesday, I think I'm gonna have to call the surgeon or the doctor again and see what's going on. She's got some things coming up that she's going to be scheduled for, but they don't have her scheduled for any treatments as of yet. So yeah, I'd like to know why, and what is the reason why she's still at the hospital. Can she go home, or is there something else involved there, right? I want to know. It's been long enough.
Well, I'm sure they have their reasons. Like you're right though. You should be able to access some information from them. So, yeah, that's a good point, Steve.
Yeah, she was supposed to undergo some radiation treatments, but like at that last appointment I was at. But apparently they're waiting for her to get a bit more stronger for that, because as many of us know, those treatments will knock the hell out of us. So because they want to make sure she's able to cope, you know.
Yeah, they do make you tired. Well, at least the ones I was taking pills, they do make you tired. So, well, I got the key here too. We'll also check in here from the YouTube on for Mark there, Mark VA3IMW. So just say hello to him. He's just doing a YouTube check tonight. No, see, they do really knock you down. That's for sure. Just like I said, I was on the pills. I didn't take any. I guess whatever they classify it as, the chemo treatments or whatever, but I was taking pills.
Comment, VA3IUK.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, the radiation treatments on their own, not even chemo, will knock the snot out of you. When I had the growth on my vocal cords, I had 20 rounds of radiation. I used to come home after, just a couple minutes blast of radiation, and all I wanted to do was go lay down. It was like you've been out in the sun all day. So it does, and I'm a lot younger than his mom was when she probably got her treatment. So yeah, it does. The radiation alone will knock the snot out of you.
So that's probably why they're waiting, Steve, to make sure she's going to be okay, strong enough to take those treatments then, if she needs them.
Yeah, well, she does have a growth that they're concerned about, or a tumor that they're concerned about. That they want to shrink that down, right? That's the whole purpose of removing and making all that room there where the intestines were, so they can target that area. Is from what I understand. So, that's been done. So, hip hop. Let's get with it, right? She's 83. She's not getting any younger.
No, that's a good point. But again, her being just what you just said with her age, to make sure she's strong enough to be able to take those treatments. So, and she is living by herself, and they want to make sure that she's going to be okay when she does go home.
Yeah, well, my sister was going to give her the support. They were going to move her into my sister's place, but my sister is in no shape to be to looking after my mom, and my brother-in-law there, he, it's probably, he's under enough stress. So, I mean, if that's the reason, well then, I'll just have to take a leave from work or something, and I'll look after her. I told her I would, I mean, if that's what we got to do, then that's what we got to do. It's just one of those curveballs that life will throw at you, Larry.
Well, you know what they say, Steve. Family first.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, family first. And radio 67th, I think, as Mac put it.
I had a couple of incidents myself at work with my boss, and he'd say, well, you got to do this. I said, no, I don't. I said, my family comes first, and that's where I'm going to be. This comes second.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, there's programs, employment programs there you can, or assistance, I should say, that I could apply for through work, you know, where they pay you most of your wage. I think I heard 75%, but I don't know, maybe it's more. I don't really know. But anyway, yeah, where I can still collect that, I think, for 12 weeks. And then, you know, you can always apply for an extension to that as well. So, you know, if we got to go down that road, then that's the road I go down.
Yep, nope, absolutely. Well, all the best wishes that way, and I'm sure everybody says the same there. Yep, all the best wishes. So, okay, Steve, anything else?
No, that's about it. I didn't do any radio today. I was off today, but just, you know, when I saw the snow out there, I thought, I was gonna go out and get a couple things done, but, you know, it ends up turning into a lazy day, and I came down here for something. I had the radio on for about 2 minutes. I think I grabbed a park. It just happened to be on a frequency that somebody was streaming POTA on, so, you know, I couldn't resist but hit the pedal, right? Anyway, no, that's all, Larry. That's all I got for now, buddy. Thanks for doing it. VA3LVI, VA3IMW.
Okay, very good, Steve. Thanks. All right. Any other check-ins for Friday night? Is every right to? My call sign Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. My first name is Larry. Located east end of the mountain. Come on in.
Victor Echo 3, every kind of junk, Larry.
Okay, Bill, we're at the bottom of the list. You're on it. VE3 EKJ. Come on in, Bill. VE3LBI.
Okay, fine. I just heard the net fired up and figured I'd slip over and at least add another one to the list. I'm sitting here looking at my old ICOM IC735. I got its innards all exposed, and I got my soldering iron heating up. You know, being an old rig, when I got it, everything works perfectly except the little lithium memory cell in it. Of course, is long ago given up the ghost, so I'm about to replace it. I've been procrastinating for a month, but you know me, Larry, I'm not the hastiest guy.
Well, why put off things when you can do it tomorrow, right?
Oh, my other line is that I didn't do nothing today, so I'm going to have to do nothing tomorrow to finish up.
Well, like to say, two nothings make a whole, Bill. Are you putting a battery back on the? I take it the battery is actually on the board.
Yep, as you probably know, the 735 was like a mid-80s rig, and lithium cells are only good for about 5 years. It's been a little longer than that, and yeah, it's the usual coin cell. You know, if you know your little coin batteries, it's a 2032, but the problem, of course, is that when you buy them in the store, they're just like a coin. But the ones they put on the board in these rigs have flanges on them instead, tabs. And so that meant a special order. Amazon has them. They arrived the next day, but I had to get like 10 of them because they're so cheap. I wonder if I'll live long enough to use up the other 9, Larry.
that's the thing, right? I know with Amazon. Well, you never know. Somebody might need something somewhere. I got some spare parts that I ended up buying because I had to pick up somebody. Actually, I picked up the coin holders. I need to get my battery replaced in my 7300, and I bought the coin holders so that they could be external instead of stuck on the board all the time.
Yeah, and that's what wound up happening with my Yaesu 747, but was able to put a holder in it, but couldn't really shoehorn one in this ICOM. There just isn't room for it. But it's not that big a deal. And once every 5 to 10 years is not enough. Who knows if I'll be around then? It'll be somebody else's problem. I've also got a hankering there. They use these little grain of wheat bulbs to light up the panel. And those things, they never did have much of a shelf life. The data book says you might get 30,000 hours, and I don't believe that. I think you more get like 3,000 hours, if that. So I was going to replace them with some LEDs, but I might wait a while for that because like I say, it's so cramped in there. And that's a job for little Vietnamese ladies with very, very tiny fingers in the Far East who built this stuff in the first place. And not for fat old fingers with an old guy like me, Larry.
Yeah, I had to replace the ones in my 746 Pro. They burned out because I put LEDs in there, the small ones. They weren't that bad. The worst part was tearing the radio apart. I had to tear the whole radio apart to get at it, including take the front cover off. So it was a challenge to do that. But I think that one, that's the one also that my encoder went on. Getting ready to sell the radio, all of a sudden the encoder stops working properly. It's skipping, only in a certain spot. So knew a fellow had radio downtown, and he had a 756, I think it was, that got hit by somebody decided to key up a amplifier when he was on the same frequency and destroyed the radio. But I ended up getting that encoder off and bought it out and put it in the 746 Pro, which cleaned it up, and I sold it right after that.
Yeah, but it sounds like all in all, you had a good deal. What I do also like about this 735, as you know, I'm more prone to tube rigs than I am for solid state stuff, but I did some research before I took on the battery job, and the 735, being one of the oldest, the nice thing about it is you don't have to worry when you take out the battery. Apparently on rigs newer than the 735, there's a lot of programming in there that as soon as the voltage disappears, it totally disappears, and you got to have it sent to an ICOM service center to have the factory reprogram it, which of course would be a hell of a pain in the posterior. But so what the service guys of course do is you replace the battery before it's about at the end of its life, and you jumper the good battery across the terminals so that the rig never sees a loss of power to the memory. But in the 735, all that memory does is just your frequency memory. It's got 10 frequency memories you can recall or program in. Doesn't do anything else. All the rest of the programming is all firmware and proms of various kinds. So don't have to worry, not going to get in trouble, not going to have to send it back to the factory. Just take the damn battery out.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. I had a 735, but I sold that too. So, okay, Bill, anything else? I'm going to check and see if anybody else wants to join in. Anything else before I do?
Nope. Let's see who's lurking around.
Okay, very good. Barry, any other check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. Come on in. All right, a little bit quiet. Let's pass it back up to Mac and see what he's come up with. VA3IMW, VE3LVI. Come on back in, Mac.
Yes, sir, Larry. And I've just poked my nose into contestcalendar.com for a quick update here. So take a really quick run down the list here. The YBDXRTTY contest running 0 Zulu to 2359 Zulu for Saturday. So that's on the go now. And then there's an SARL VHF UHF FM contest, as well as the SARL Field Day contest. And that looks like it runs from about 6 a.m. Zulu till noon Zulu on Sunday. So I'm not sure what SARL stands for. Next on the list is the Commonwealth contest. I'm obviously thinking that's got something to do with England, and that starts around 10 o'clock Zulu tomorrow and finishes up just, 24 hours later. So 10 o'clock on Sunday, also in Zulu time. The one that Dave's going to be really interested in, the SKCC Weekend Sprintathon. It starts at 12 p.m. Zulu on Saturday and runs through till 23:59 Zulu Sunday evening. So if you get your SKCC number, all is well. But if you don't have a number, you can also get in there and make a quick contact with the other guys, give them some points. The next three contests are also starting at 12 p.m. Zulu Saturday and finishing Sunday 12 p.m. As well. That is the EA PSK 63 contest, the F9AA Cup on Signal Sideband, and then the next one is the South America 10-meter contest. And there's a bunch of other shorter ones, but you can look them all up on contestcalendar.com. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, thanks, Mac. Yeah, that's interesting to find out what. Again, a lot of us don't do contesting. I know Dave gets in there. I don't think he really contests as such, but he does get in for CW stuff, so that one might be interesting for him. All right, we're getting close to wrapping up here. I just wanted to mention Gary, VE3GHB, Golf Hotel Bravo. He went up north. I have no idea how he got into some of these parks, but he did a 20-park rove. He didn't do that in one day. I think he took it in, at least 3 days, maybe 4. And some of these parks, I have no idea. Nobody's been able. We can't find an email address for him, and didn't get a chance to actually ask him on the air. But he activated 20 parks up there, and some of them were brand new parks that have never been activated. I picked up a few off of out today, but bravo for him. I mean, like I say, he was way up north, way over top of North Bay. Actually got into Quebec and did one park activation. So, anyways, I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, Gary's a real go-getter. It looks like he's in a good place in his retirement. He's able to do some traveling and so forth. He's obviously housed in the Toronto area, and then has some cottage property up in not the Muskokas. He's further east, so I'm not sure what you call that nowadays, but I think it's over towards Caldar and so forth. But he's not afraid to venture out and see new things in new places. So it's kind of like Vanya, except we haven't seen him on the other side of the earth yet. So yeah, he's a good one to have in your ham alert, absolutely. So you want to hear that little beepy when he's working something new and different, because Quite often, the parks that he's at are things that he's picked out just because they're new parks, new to him, new to everybody.
Nope, absolutely. Like I say, he gave me, I think, probably about 10 new parks just up north, so all the Canadian parks, CA. But yeah, he's got a place in Halliburton. That's where his cottage is. He was actually coming down, I forget the highway, and heading over to Halliburton. He wasn't going to come into Toronto. He's going to stop at his cottage, spend the night there, I think. So, all right. Does anybody else have anything else to throw on the table before we do a 7-3 round? Okay, I guess not. But then we'll start a 7-3. Mac, you're up. VA3IMW, 7-3 round.
All right, everybody stay warm and dry and toasty, and beware overnight with the plummeting temperatures, which may drop down below zero. Always the fear of black ice. I trust that Dave has a successful day tomorrow on the SKCC Sprintathon, and hoping that he'll let us know what he's going to be up to there. So if he's going to be working this as a contest, or if he's just going to work it passively, we'll all try to support one way or another. Anyways, thanks for doing this one, Larry. Always good to finish up the week this way. Thank you. 7 3s.
Okay, thanks. Chuck, VA3 CJZ, doing a 7-3 round.
VA3 CJZ. Yeah, I guess Mac filled in for me for the contest. Thank you, Mac. Let's see now. No, nothing else to add, Larry. Thanks for doing it, and everyone have a great weekend. VA3 CJZ.
Okay, thank you. VA3CP, doing a 7-3 round, Dave. Okay, VA3CP. Yeah, thanks, Mac. Yeah, that is starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I've got a birthday party here for my granddaughter tomorrow, so that'll limit that. And then on Sunday, I've got an operating session up in Ayr for model railroad stuff, and I'll be leaving here at about 10:30, so my time is going to be very limited. But anyway, don't contest. I just do it for the fun of it. Make a few contacts, working towards my senator qualification. 73 all VA3CP. Okay, Bill, VE3IUK, we're doing a 7-3 round, Bill.
Yeah, okay, just looking at windy.com. Looks like we've got winds out there around about 30 clicks right now, but obviously could get higher overnight, and I would want to be in the Newfoundland Labrador area if they really got hit, and they're still getting hit with some high winds. Other than that, not too much, Larry. Thanks a lot for doing it, and hopefully band conditions improve tomorrow. Back to you.
Okay, I think NFL's already gone. He did a 7-3. VA3BTL, we're doing a 7-3 round.
Yeah, still listening here. Good night there. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there, Larry. Good night, everyone. 7-3.
Okay, Chris, VA3WPG, just doing a 7-3 round, Chris. Okay, VE3SMN, Matt, we're just doing a 7-3 round.
Right on, Larry. Thanks for doing what you do. It's nice to gather around the radio on a Friday evening, especially when I get a chance to join you. Hopefully we'll get to do it again next time. V3SMN. Everyone have a good night. 7-3.
Thanks. VA3NFG, Steve, we're just doing a 7-3 round.
Yeah, okay there, Larry. Thanks for doing the net. 7-3 to everybody listening there, and going into the weekend, yeah. So, yeah, I should be around tomorrow night for the 7 o'clock net, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow or something like that. VA3NFG.
Okay, Bill, VE3EKJ. Bill, we're just doing a 7-3 round.
Okay, fine. all the best to everybody on frequency. And cheer up. It's got to be spring someday. VE3EKJ.
Okay, thanks, Bill. All right, couple of YouTubers. VE3 KDT. No 73 or 73 for you. Let me see else. VA3MHV also always in there, so we'll say 73 to them too. That's a couple we had on YouTube tonight. Okay, that's it, folks. Thanks for joining in again tonight, Friday the 13th. Next one is not until November. We'll see when we bikers head out to Port Dover then. Anyways, with that, I'd like to thank you guys for joining in. I just write down the call signs and the names. You guys make the conversation. Also, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for use as that repeater. And with that, I'll return the repeater back to normal use to VE3LBI clear.
Friday the 13th, next one.
I think it's in November.
Oh, no. Okay, you know what? No, I'm getting all screwed up here. Yeah, I see that now. Sorry. I was looking at March, and I thought we were still in February.
God, don't put us back to February, Bill.
No way.
All right. Well, that ends up the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Always entertaining, and we'll finish up the live stream as well. We'll be back live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. to pick up the the Lake Ontario Radio Club net at 7 p.m. on the same repeater, 443.075. And your host will be VE3IUK, Bill from Dundas. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.